Hey everyone. So this is going to be a short review for 783 Module 4, and I've got some announcements as well. What I'd like to do is just kind of, you guys did a really good job of absorbing and reflecting on week or Module 4 content. I think it was shoot, I didn't make my diagram like I was going to. Maybe I'll just have to do it for next week. I think it really tied together a lot of the concepts we've talked about in this class, continuing the process of where did safety come from, and looking at it from a objectively from a what it takes to build a safety program with through management commitment, employee involvement, and then getting down to the individual itself, and now going up to now what are these culture things, and how is sociotech a better model than the term culture. I think it's interesting, and I have been reading. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I do read, most of the posts. It takes a lot of work, but for the most part, I think you guys are getting it. So that's good. So I did something a little bit different this week. So I've been assigning you to different groups based on how early in the week you post, and then also how prolifically you post for the second half of the work week. And so I wanted to see if there was a difference in performance. Indeed, there is. So usually all I do is report the top 4 lines or 5 lines. And so again, everybody's doing pretty good. I should say really good. On average, you guys are doing better than I've ever had before. Last week in the review video, I had brought up a new question and a bonus, and I was wondering who would respond to that bonus. About 40% of you did. Overall, there were 436 posts that I read. I can't remember how many times I commented, but I'm trying to do more of that. And there was an average of about 9 per student. That's a rounding. Then I broke it down by the groups, and this is, and I've reported this before, just from a pure numbers perspective. But out of my group 1, over 80% of those students provided a bonus content, which excellent. A total of 168 posts. You can see that's a lot, and an average of 13 per student. So that's my most prolific group. That's the group that tends to post earlier in the week and throughout the week. In addition to that, it's interesting to see where their grades have kind of fallen. Not fallen, but where they are in comparison to others. So overall average is 92. They're at 98, and as you can see, I didn't mean for it to go like this, but it shows, the students who post earlier and often in the week tend to do better in the class. And that's, well, I guess if you look at the assignment, there's a little dip there, but maybe it's the discussion that's really driving it. I don't know. I thought this was interesting. So went from 83 to 30 to 16 up to 28. So group 4, good on you. You guys really jumped it there. As far as average, the totals and the averages, yeah, that kind of works out. But I'm still tweaking it. We'll see. For this week it's a different one, and for the final week it'll be even different than that. But it was just interesting to see that there was a consistency. I didn't mean it to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. But group 1 is getting the higher scores for discussion each week because they're all posting 13 or more. This week, we're talking about quality management as a basis for approaching safety a little bit differently. We talked about that last week, but what does that mean? That means, are we collecting and analyzing the right data, and what does it really represent, and is there a better way? And so, I know some of you are already talking about it, and that this is a passion of mine, the data analysis. Please, share. Here's the discussion board post. Last week was really fun. You guys gave a lot of great input. And we'll see how this week goes as well. I don't have a bonus question this week. I haven't really thought about it. But it's also Thanksgiving week, and so I don't want to put too much on your shoulders. I had mentioned before with the paper, it's optional to do a presentation. And, I usually get about the same 8 to 10 students in the office hours. Not each office hour, but a couple of you every office hour. A few on Thursday, a few on Friday. So I'm not expecting the whole class to do a presentation. But if you are interested, go ahead under Module 5 and click on here. And here is the dates and times I created. And we can take up to 6 people per session. If there's only one person in a session, I'll try to ask them to move to another one that maybe has like 4 or 5. Because it's fun to listen to others and talk to one another. So I'm expecting a lot from my group 1, a lot from my group 2, to maybe participate. 3 and 4, probably not as interested. So Yeah, so you can go ahead and sign up for that. You don't have to do it right away. I'll give you a reminder next week, but let's start looking at it. This is finals week. I tried to be as accommodating as possible with some daytime and morning and evening, mostly evening. So go ahead and do that if you want to. How does it benefit you? The points I award for a presentation will likely increase the project grade. So if you don't like to write, or you don't think you're a good writer, and you want to put insurance on your grade, I would present. But if you don't care about it, if you can't make the times, if you're not interested, no problem either. Not required. With 51 students, it'd be tough to do. I did cancel 2 office hours, so no office hours on Thanksgiving. You know, enjoy it, right? I mean, I'd probably be available by the end of the day, but no, let's just take Thanksgiving off. We'll have it next Sunday though, and then December 2nd, I had to. I also canceled it because I'm going on a short getaway with my wife. We haven't really taken a vacation in over 3 years. Between the two of us, probably 5 years. So yeah, the grandparents or the in-laws are going to come watch our girls while they're in school that week, and so we're doing a midweek getaway. There's supposed to be like a international Christmas marketplace going on, so that's gonna be kind of fun. Looking forward to it. It's up by Sheboygan. There are no classes week 7. I'll still have office hours if you want to get together and talk. During week 7 is when my 683 students are going to be doing their presentations and wrapping up their paper for that class. And so it kind of coincided that I'm going to give you a week off. So no lectures, no assignments, no anything. Just work on your paper and sign up for a presentation if you want to, which would be the following week. So yeah, this has gone really, really fast. I appreciate all the input you provided to me. I think you all are doing a great job. So have a happy Thanksgiving, happy and safe Thanksgiving, or whatever you're doing. You can reach out to me with any questions, of course.